All right, this looks better. See if any of you guys find me this time. There you guys are. There's everybody. I couldn't see you guys earlier. Okay, glad you guys found me. Let's see what the fishing report says. So fishermen's had 42 bluefin today, 1 yellowfin. Point Loma had 46 bluefin, and H&M had 51 bluefin and a yellowtail. Seaforth had over 180, so that's good. Newport had 200 barracuda. Pierpoint, 100 barracuda, 75 sculpin. That's one boat. Long Beach, one boat got 200 barracuda. San Pedro, 5 boats, 400 barracuda. Marina del Rey, rockfish, sculpin, and whitefish. Channel Islands, 70 white sea bass. 8 halibut, 1 yellowtail. Ventura, 3 yellowtail, 43 white sea bass. Wow. That's awesome. Let's see what's going on here. Any questions? Oh, Frost. Hello from San Diego. Yeah, guys, I don't know if you heard. Well, I haven't told you yet. But at the last time we got together last Thursday, the super chat was won by Old Frost, and he donated it back to the Youth Foundation. So I want to thank you, Old Frost, for that. Appreciate it. Ed says hello. Yeah, we've got 30 of you guys on here and only 7 likes. Let's get some more likes. Michael's out on the Condor tomorrow. Should be good. Hello, Don. Hello, Bruce. Hello, Terry. Jeff, Fred, Tony. As Matthew say, we're hauling out to replace impeller. Everybody and their sailboats for filleting tuna. Oh, good. Tony got his first bluefin on Sunday, 120 pounds. Only 3 fish on the boat. Yeah, send me a picture and I'll share it with everybody. Send it to my Instagram. Are we a go for the Gale Force tomorrow? Yeah, I haven't heard anything. We have the meet and greet trip tomorrow on the Gale Force. I will be there. Remember, guys, the boat leaves at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. departure time. Head of San Pedro. Pedro, what does it say? Hey, Dan, just got home from a 3-day trip on the Excel. They got bluefin, 30 to 200 pounds. Wow, that's good. Tyler. Tyler says, what happened to the Mako shark that was caught on the Enterprise video? Was it my video? Was it an old episode? I don't remember an episode where we kept a shark on the boat. I'm sure it was released. Jesse's listening in from Phoenix. So April's new friend is Jeff, because Jeff suggested I change it from 2 hot dogs to 3 hot dogs for April, and April's been getting 3 hot dogs a day. So she's been very, very happy. So Cal Orca, thank you very much. Ed says I hear yellowfin are showing up. Yes, there are some yellowfin in the count, and Jeff sent me a text that when he was out tuna fishing the other day, they had some yellowfin. I think he had 1 yellowfin or 2 yellowfin on the boat, and he said he heard quite a few other boats had yellowfin too. Plenty of personal best being caught this year. I'm sure they are. Greg, Danny Trout. I did try them out. I did get my first sand bass on them. I'm going to try them again this week. I have about 4 trips coming up, so I will do that. I need to glue them onto the bucktails, so I got to find a glue that works good for that. What else? Fred, anybody hear about bonita showing up in good numbers? Fred, we've been catching a bunch of bonita at Catalina. I haven't seen any numbers of bonita along the coast, but at Catalina we did catch quite a few when I was on the Triton the other day when we were filming. I'm hoping we go to Catalina tomorrow, but I don't know. We might stay local because the Barracuda fishing's so good and the sculpin fishing's so good. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, one boat had 200 Barracuda today, so I wouldn't be surprised if we stay local. Jeff says, what? A notice. Oh, okay. Jeff says, when I ask for likes, I get a bunch of dislikes. I don't see the dislikes here on my screen. I only see how many people and how many likes, how many thumbs up. For some reason, I guess they don't want to discourage the person doing the live podcast, so they don't show that. What else is here? Okay, Greg, the guys are asking how can they purchase your plastics? Why don't you share your website, or if you have your website up yet? Drama plays. Hey, Dan, I'm so excited for the kids. Cool. Yeah, it's going to be the 3rd Saturday of the month. Next week, I get to go check out our clubhouse, and it's the first time since COVID that they're going to let me in the building. And I'm going to go take a little inventory and see exactly what got stolen when they broke in. I know we're missing a lot of fishing tackle, our tackle box, our ice chest. So I need to go see what exactly got stolen. So I plan to do that next week. The next 4 days, guys, I'm on the water every day. Tomorrow I'm with you guys. Those of you that signed up to go on the Gale Force, I'll be on that trip tomorrow. And then the next 3 days, I have charters on my boat, private charters. Tyler, was a video you just posted on your YouTube channel? Yeah, Tyler, that was last year, filmed in 2020. And the fish, they didn't gaff the fish. They busted it off. Okay. Yeah, we're getting some big sand bass. I don't know if you guys saw the little video I posted with Rocky, but we had some big sand bass, 6 to 8 pounders. So there's quite a few of them. Matthew, okay, Dan, going tomorrow for bluefin. I'm trolling deep divers and some feathers on the top. 65 pound 65-pound braid good enough for these 80-pound? You don't have to bother trolling because it really isn't. Bluefin do not normally bite the feathers on the surface. They like flying fish. You know, if you're going to put flying fish on a kite, troll that. But to just troll a regular feather doesn't really work that good. I mean, we could ask Jeff if he's caught any fish trolling other than using flying fish, but I know he uses flying fish alone. Drama plays. Dan, come to Belmont tomorrow. I can't. Tomorrow I'm on the Gale Force going to Catalina. And then the next 3 days after that, I'm going to be fishing on my boat doing charters. So Jeff says they had 2 yellowfin and a skippy. That tells you the water's getting warmer. So William's getting excited about our trip on September 19th. Warren says you guys can hear me. That's good. Thank you. Pedro says on his trip they caught yellowfin tuna too. Yeah, the Channel Islands have been kicking out a lot of white sea bass. We got a message from Jeff that he took his boat all the way up to the Channel Islands. I think it was yesterday, and they got limits of white sea bass for his boat. So that's awesome. Robert, what gear should you bring for tomorrow? I would have a 20, a 30-pound outfit would be good. I'm pretty much going to fish 25-pound test line on something like this, 400 size level 1 reel, and 7.5 and 8 foot rods. Surface jigs, magic metal lights. This is I've been catching a lot of my Barracuda on. And we had a filming trip on the 3rd. We were on the True Line, and we didn't really find the Barracuda that day till the last stop of the day. And I ended up getting jackpot on a blue and white version of this lure here, Magic Metal Light MM5. So that's what I caught my jackpot fish on. Of course, I didn't keep the money. It all went to the crew. Hello, Robert. Warren, hello. Fred saying hello. Was it Samaz? How would you rig up for tomorrow's trip? I would fly line with a circle hook. If you have a circle hook, this is a J hook. But if you have a circle hook, like 2-aught circle hook with the big sardines, I would probably use that. And then if you know how to throw a jig, something like this, a Magic Metal Light works out good right up on the surface. And, you know, something like this too, a surface jig will work out fine. And if you're not sure what a surface jig, the difference between a jig like this, that is a very thin profile, and a jig like this. Okay, so you can see how this one is straight on both sides, and this one is straight on one side, flat. But on this side, it has like a belly, and that is designed to swim side to side. So these are surface jigs, and this is more like a yo-yo or a deep, you know, a jig to drop down deep for rockfish or tuna, stuff like that. But the Barracuda have been up on the surface, so a surface jig like this works out really good. Okay, so hopefully that helps you guys. I wouldn't, tomorrow's trip, if we're fishing locally for the Barracuda, no sinkers. when we go sculpin fishing, go ahead and make sure you have some 8-ounce sinkers, because you're going to need the 6 and 8-ounce sinkers for the sculpin grounds. 12th round boxing. Quick question: any type of rig that will help prevent snagging fishing off beaches? Not really. I mean, if you're fishing where there's rocks, you're gonna hook gear. You're gonna get in there. But yeah, I mean, you could throw like a weedless swim bait or something like that around the rocks. But if you're going to use a sinker and you're going to cast into the rocks, you should be able to cast far enough away from the rocks that you don't hook the rocks. Normally, the rocks don't go out that far from the jetties. Maybe Tyler can help you with that. He does a lot of breakwater fishing, rocks fishing. Marcus, hope you're doing well. Can't wait till next week. I'll bring my grandson to the Youth Foundation. Cool. Yeah, so it's going to be the third Saturday of the month. Won't be this weekend. Pretty sure that's next weekend. Tony says he sent me a picture on Instagram. All right, let me take a look for it. See some people asking some questions. San Diego fishing. Do you think Raider jigs will work for deep bluefin? I don't think they're heavy enough. I don't know how heavy they are. Check my Instagram. Tony sent a picture. All right, so here's Tony's. Let me see if I can get it bigger this way. Here's Tony's tuna. How big was that, Tony? That's a nice tuna, over 100 pounds for sure. Congratulations. Let's see. Tamara, thank you very much. If any of you are interested in going on my trip next Wednesday, I think it is, the 14th, on the Gale Force, we only have 2 spots left. So if any of you are interested in that, I would suggest you go on that. Where did you guys go? How did I lose everybody? There it is. Lost you guys there for a second. Okay, what was the question here? Oh, Michael likes the tackle box that I recommended for him. Yeah, there's nothing worse than carrying a heavy tackle box, like having them on wheels. Yeah, Abraham, if you've never taken your own boat to Catalina, I'd really recommend you get a buddy to go with you. So you have two boats going together in case something bad happens. Um, every day I'm out at sea, I'm always hearing people get in trouble on the radio. And there was a boat, I think that sunk over the weekend or something. All I heard was Coast Guard asked them if they had a life jacket and if they had a lifeboat or something for them to get in. So it was good. Yeah, Peter, I think it was Brian was the captain on the True Line. He's a commercial squid guy. So did a really good job. He worked really hard, and he was great on the deck too. The whole crew on the True Line, everybody was really great. Very impressed. And she goes by Fatty Fishing, but she's been on here a bunch of times. Fatima, she was in the galley and also on the deck. Let's see what else is on here. Saw something about tacos. Fish tacos. Where did I miss it? Oh, there it is. Fred's message. Chris saying, hi all, first timer here. Any recommendation for trips out of Long Beach to catch yellowtail? There hasn't been a lot of yellowtail right now. Everybody's focused on barracuda because there's so many barracuda. All the boats are focusing on that. Hopefully the yellowtail will show up here soon and we can switch over to yellowtail. Fred, I saw you make fish tacos on a recent YouTube video. Was wondering, do you know how to make that white sauce? No. The Mexican cream, you just go buy it at the market. It's cheap. It's a Mexican cream, and you just pick it up there. And you find it, almost any market will have it, but definitely at the Mexican stores. Any of the Latin stores will have it. Hello, April. You can come in with the hot dogs. I know you only want hot dogs. That's all I'm good to you for. April was scared to death over 4th of July. All the fireworks. Here's your extra hot dog for today. Okay, DJ's asking, any difference fishing yellowfin tuna compared to bluefin? Any preference? I enjoy both of them. I would think the more expensive one in the market is going to be the bluefin. There's a big difference in fishing them in that the bluefin are normally caught down deeper. Sometimes we get them the smaller fish and they're right on the surface, but the yellowfin normally bite better during the day, except on the long range trips where the guys are going for 300 pounders. A lot of those are caught at night. But as a rule, the yellowfin are easier to catch during the day, and the bluefin are normally bite better during the nighttime. So thank you, DJ. Yeah, that's what Jeff posted about the white sea bass. They had 3 fish limits for everybody on their boat today, 25 to 40 pounds by 8 a.m. Wow. William for fishing deep bluefin. I would recommend. Okay, so he's talking about jigs to use. Okay, so he's talking about that. Warren, Dan, will have you heard from the winner of the program? Yes, he called the office today. John called the office and he's going to pick a date. I think we told him for August or September. My July is just too busy with all the charters I already have booked. Plus, I have ICAST coming up later this month. And then right after that, I fly to the East Cape to film down there. So, okay, what else is here? Fred's talking to Tamara. Jeff is talking about where his baits are. Les had a great time on the 7-3 trip on the True Line. First time over 15 years. Day before his birthday. Well, thank you for joining us. I think the farthest person we had on that trip came from San Francisco. So that was nice. What's your secret for fishing white sea bass? There's no secret for white sea bass. You have to just be where they are. So I don't know exactly where Jeff was, but I'm guessing he was really close to where the squid were spawning. And where you have big volumes of squid, you normally have the white sea bass. Tamara, my dog, was also. Oh, your dog was freaked out too. Yeah, April had a really bad time. Okay, was that Giannis? Thank you very much. JALONUS. James, thank you very much. Bruce. Ramsey. Thank you guys. James, what's the raffle prize? We have a bunch of stuff. I have some rod wrapping stuff here from Wynn, Power Pro. This is a chummer for deep water for rockfish, bucktail, magic metal, some hooks, and some plastic baits there. So for a $3 investment, it's a really good deal. Just the magic metal jig is worth that. I mean, way more than that, double that. William. Hey, Captain William. I see you on there. Some of the people on here were out with you recently, and one of them shared his very first bluefin tuna with us. So, guys, we have Captain Bill on here from the Malihini checking in. Hello, Captain. Since you're around, let me give you a call. Hey, Captain, I'm going to give you a call. That's me calling your phone right now. Hey, Captain Bill, Dan Hernandez.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
Good, man. I saw you joined us on our YouTube Live, so I thought I'd give you a call so you could give everybody a little update how crazy it is down there right now.
Oh, I could do that. It's been interesting to say the least. You know, we had the weather come up here 2 days ago, which kind of made things a little interesting. With that weather, wind coming out of the northwest, there's plenty of fish to see. It's just not biting all that great here. We ran Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday. I think our best day was probably Saturday. Well, Saturday, yeah, was good because we did 2 half days, catching a lot of sand bass and calico bass. You know, that 3 to 4 pound bass was pretty much the average the weekend for us down here in San Diego. Sunday, we went offshore. We saw, like I said, lots of fish. Just didn't bite all that well because of the weather came up and made things a little tough. You know, spotting breezers and bird schools and things of that nature. Yesterday, we got off the dock with 30 people. Mm-hmm. And we had, I felt, 4 or 5 really good shots at this fish, but they just had lockjaw. We wound up with 1 bluefin tuna for a day. Mm-hmm. You know, but that's bluefin tuna fishing, you know, as in a whole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but our trip with you is already sold out. We still got a long ways before the trip.
Amen. I'm glad to hear that. I'm very glad to hear that. Did they book through you for that?
Yeah, it's all on my website.
Hey, man, right on. That'll work. I'm looking forward to it, Dan. It's going to be fun. It's really going to be fun. I can't wait. You know, it's hopefully that yellowfin, I heard, is pushed up to 70 miles. As of today, the long-range guys are averaging, you know, 100 to 150 fish a day. I'm not a guy that fishes for limits. I fish for fish. We catch a bunch, we catch a bunch. You know, my number one priority, and I believe catching fish is a byproduct of having a great time, is to make sure my clients enjoy themselves while they're with me. And I look forward to showing that same, you know, the gratitude and customer service to the clients that get on the boat with us and your charter.
I appreciate it. We have a couple of first-time tuna fishermen. Tamara from Santa Barbara, she's never done tuna fishing. She was one of the last people to sign up, and she's on here right now. She's saying hi to you, and
Tamara.
She's all excited about going on the trip.
Yeah, you know, I mean, with you know, I wrote, I think it was to Matthew earlier, you know, and I can't remember the individual that chimed in after that about you can't take your time on a sport boat when you're fighting a fish with the proper gear. And I'm going to stress this, with the proper gear. You know, it's been mixed fish anywhere from, I want to say, 18 pounds to over 250 pounders that have been hooked. You know, 2 weeks ago, Monday, we were out on a full day, and some guys had the right gear, some guys didn't. And those guys that didn't have the right gear didn't land their fish. You know, it's really important. I'd say if I were fishing, I would bring 4 setups. I would bring one, a 50 wide that has a 130-pound spectra minimum, that has anywhere from 80 to 100-pound top shot of mono on it for use with your jigs, your 170 to 300 gram jigs that you're going to use. I wouldn't be afraid to fish that on a sinker rig. I would bring a 60 to 80 pound setup, you know, with the 80 pound braid to maybe a 60 pound mono top shot. I would bring a 65 pound braid setup with a 50 pound. I wouldn't fish anything less than 50 pound. unless these fish are really, really line shy, I wouldn't go anything less than 40, honestly, because you're going to sit there, you're going to fight that fish forever. You figure back up. Sorry about that. 2 weeks ago Monday, we went 6 for 22 on that large fish, and that's all it was. That's all I've been able to find here the past couple weeks. Every school that I've hit have been most wagons jumping out of the water. If you're prepared, it should take you an hour. And I'm going to stress the fact: take your time. Take your time with these fish. These fish are no joke. I had a 3-0 gorilla hook straightened.
Wow.
On my last trip.
So, Captain, some of the guys were asking why a bunch of boats had been canceling this spring and early summer. And I know the only reason most boats cancel is weather. And I try to tell them, you guys want to go whenever you can get out. But if a sport boat actually cancels because of weather, believe me, you don't want to be on the water, right?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You guys are used to worse weather. And if you guys don't think it's safe to be out there, nobody should be out there.
I agree with that 100%. 100%. If I check my weather report weekly, and if I feel it's not going to be safe or unfishable, I'm going to cancel the boat. There's some guys in this industry that don't think like I think, and that's fine. But someone goes out there and gets hurt, or Coast Guard puts out a small craft advisory, and I'm looking at it, and it's going to be blowing 15 to 25 knots, 20 to 22 sustained. I'm not getting out in that. That 3 to 4 foot swell coming out of the south at, say, 8 seconds, it's going to beat you up. Nobody wants to go out in that weather. I think it's very uncomfortable, and I don't want to take my clients out in that.
So Matt's asking, he says that he's heard that the bellies of the bluefin are filled with red crabs. Is that true?
I'm going to say I don't know.
Okay.
Because coming home, I'm on the fillet board. I'm not on the fillet board.
Yeah, that's true.
You're
driving.
I'll ask my guys. We're out again on Friday. I'll ask my guys, what they're coming up with, and we'll talk next week.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then there was another question earlier before I saw you on here, and the guys were asking what's the difference between bluefin tuna fishing and yellowfin tuna fishing, and I was kind of explaining locally, at least, that it seems like most of the bigger bluefin are all taken nighttime, but I know that's as a general rule, where lots of yellowfin fishing is more daytime. But can you give them a little bit of what you think that the difference is between bluefin and yellowfin out of San Diego?
Right now, the size. I don't mean that to be funny, but the size. I mean, if you're going bluefin fishing, I've been on several trips this year where I was off and went to go fishing, and I've had my best bites at dusk and pre-dawn.
But when we get into like September, where that water gets really warm, is it going to be? Do you think if the bluefin are still around when the water gets so much warmer, is there much difference in fishing for them, or do you fish them pretty much the same?
You would fish them the same, but I think the focus, as far as the fishing fleet, is going to change. If that makes sense.
Right.
I mean, I personally get very frustrated bluefin fishing because a lot of times it's all show and no go.
Right.
If I could control them biting, my boat would be full 7 days a week.
Yeah.
We'll get out there. Take last Sunday, for instance. I saw 4 legitimate don't schools on my sonar. Stopped on the fish. It blew up around the boat. We hooked one. Out of 30 people, we hooked one. The second school, another domer. Oh my God, we're going to get ruined here. We're going to get ruined here. It blew up around the boat. Didn't hook anything. It ate all the chum that we were throwing, but it didn't eat anything else. You know, and that went on throughout the day. Then we started seeing wolfpack schools and things like that. You know, wolfpack school, 12 to 25 fish. You know, not that you're desperate, but you know, I fish hard. I fish hard for a reason, because that's what I feel my clients expect out of a fishing trip.
And I agree with you. That's cool. All right, man. Well, thank you. I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll talk to you soon. And if you could give us an update next week, if you don't mind, you know, text me when it's a good time to call you, Tuesday or Thursday, and love to have you back on here.
We'll do that. It was a pleasure talking with you. Look forward to the 19th. Can't wait.
Yeah, we're all sold out. So if you need help in September, maybe we can do another trip.
Okay. We'll talk about that most definitely.
All right. Thank you, man. Have a good evening.
You too, Dan. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. That was Captain Bill from the Malihini. I just saw him on here joining us watching, so luckily I have his cell number, so I gave him a call. Yeah, I agree with Jeff. I think the fleet likes to go for numbers. So if that smaller fish is available, they will take that. Jim Stone, thank you very much. I got your ticket here. James, I got your ticket written down. I owe one for Don. Don D. Herder. All right. Thank you, guys. So that was a nice little surprise. I wasn't expecting that. Robert, I think you already went to sleep because I know you have to get up early and drive that big truck. But thank you for telling me my poles are drying. And Robert wrapped a new big tuna rod for me where I can use it on my boat with. So when the big tuna get up this way, I can use it. Okay. Well, Tamara and Terry will be with me, and who else? There's another one that's here. It's going to join me on Saturday on my boat. So that should be an awesome, awesome time. The Barracuda fishing locally is just off the hook. It hasn't been as good as this in a long time. So it should be good. Okay. You heard her. Thank you very much. Another ticket. Abraham, thank you. Sparson. And then thank you, Tamara. Now I'm expecting it to be really good, and by the time you guys come out, it'll be my 4th day on the water in a row. So I should have a very good picture where the fish are by then. So that should be good. Yeah, Abraham, when you see the boats at the 150, it's just sculpin. But there are some big sand bass there too. But at the 150, we're not catching the Barracuda. The Barracuda are a lot closer to the beach. Matt wants to know what's the best way to cook Barracuda. I know a lot of people. Lloyd, why am I showing euros on my screen? I don't know why you're showing euros. Do you have your location in Europe somewhere? Huh? What was the other question? Oh, I know some people like to take their Barracuda and wrap it in foil, put vegetables on it, throw it on a grill or throw it in the oven. I wouldn't deep fry it. You could smoke it, but I wouldn't deep fry it. Yeah, that's what Tyler's saying too. Wrap it in foil, put some olive oil on it, maybe some butter. I'd throw some vegetables on it. I'm going to cook up some sculpin tonight for dinner. So I'm having sculpin and I'm going to sashimi a little bit of yellowtail from Rocky's fish. Rocky gave me a little bit of yellowtail from our Catalina trip. So I froze it for a day or two to make sure everything was dead in it. And I'm making it into sashimi for dinner tonight. And I'm going to be up early tomorrow because I have to be on the boat no later than 4:30 because the Gale force is leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. So if you guys are on the trip with me, remember 5 o'clock in the morning departure time. Drama wants to know, hey Dan, can I have the dates for the youth fishing? The kids club meeting at Lake is always the third Saturday of the month. And our first meeting since COVID started will be in July. You go, April. Yeah, so we'll be in July. So Jeff has a good recipe there for cuda. I haven't tried that, but I would recommend that if you are going to barbecue Barracuda, leave the skin on. Do not take the skin off. Greg liked the live update on the phone. That's good. So it's talking about the different trips we did. Yeah, guys. Fishkeller is talking about, and he's talking about the Barracuda, the bloodline. Make sure you cut it out. Any fish like bonita, tuna, they have that thick bloodline in it. Make sure you cut that out before you cook it. My mom used to take the bonita, slab it, and cook it all together. And I thought bonita was terrible until I got old enough to learn how to cook it myself. And once I learned to cut that bloodline out of the fish, I really like bonita. So bonita works good. Makes good poke out of bonita too. I know a lot of people throw away their skipjack. They don't keep it. They let everybody else keep it. I always like to keep a couple of skipjack just to make poke. I think it comes out great. I know people like to sashimi it too. So what else is on here? Your herder says he made Barracuda tacos for 20 people. Also, he says he even battered it and deep fried it. I've never tried that. I've always told don't deep fry Barracuda, but I guess it would work. I never tried it. Yeah, Marvin, I still catch bluegill at Lake for a kids club meeting. I don't land any. I hook them, hand them off to the kids, and let the kids land them. Most of the time, it's the kids' very first fish. Okay, so there's someone else talking about how to make I guess they can the Barracuda. That's what it sounded like. So Greg has an idea here. He's talking about how when you cook some fish up, you got to cook it a few different ways. That way you can try different, see how you like the way they taste, different methods. That's a good thing to try. Well, Tamara, when you come with us Saturday, maybe our deckhand can show you how to fillet some fish. Because we will have fish to fillet, that's for sure. Clayton recently caught some yellowtail. Don't overcook it. I mean, I like sashimi, so I would say do a little bit of sashimi of that. And then, yellowtail, you can do so much stuff with it. You can bake it, you can pan fry, you can grill it. Just go right here on my YouTube channel and do a search for cooking fish, and there's the yellowtail recipes. There's any of that, like tuna recipe, all that, you can use that for yellowtail. Tamara Odan, is it possible someone I know may have some extra rods to donate? Yeah, we can always use rods and reels donated for the Youth Foundation. I think that'd be great. If you want to bring them on Saturday when you come on the trip or during to our office sometime during the week, that'd be fine. Hello, Nate. How you doing? So let me check the exact date for you, Drama. So the kids club meeting will be on the 17th. The 17th is the third Saturday of the month, and it'll be at Lake at 9 o'clock. Since you've never been there before, please get there about 8:30 because you have to do paperwork. And for the meeting, the park makes everybody do paperwork. So that's going to be on the 17th of July, 9 o'clock. You want to, what street is that? I'll get some more information. There's one parking lot you want to use, and I will warn you guys now, all the parking lots at Lake, Whittier Narrows are all charged parking lots now. There's no more any free parking lots at that lake. So I'm not sure how much they're charging, but I will be by there next week, so I'll try to find out how much it is. Yeah, the lake time is 9 a.m. is the beginning of the meeting. But if you are bringing people and they've never ever been to a kids club meeting before, please be there no later than 8:30 to get the paperwork done. So everybody's having all these other conversations. I'm just kind of watching everybody's conversations. So just to remind you guys, we have just two spots left for next Wednesday. If anyone's interested in joining us on the Gale Force next Wednesday, and if you'd like to see the remainder of our trips, there isn't a lot left. We have a August 6th trip out of Ventura on the Californian, and we have a September 2nd trip and a September 10th trip. And other than that, everything's pretty much sold out for the year. So thank you guys for supporting me and filling up all those trips. But here's a link if you'd like to join me. If anyone's interested in going to the East Cape, we still have space available. The other thing I was going to ask you guys, I got a phone call from one of the really nice resorts in Costa Rica, and they want me to do a trip. And they're talking about November. I just don't know if I do this November or if I do next November. So we'll see. Tamara, what time do you like us to be there Saturday? Monica should have sent you an email today with everything, where to be and what time. If not, please call her on Thursday. But just call the office number and she can help you with that. But we'd like to have you down there about 7:45 because we'd like to leave at 8 o'clock. And we will have parking passes for you. The area you're going to park in says permit parking only, but we will have parking passes for you. So go ahead and park there, and it'll be all on the paperwork she sends you. But if you do not have the paperwork today or tomorrow, please call Monica at the office. And our office number is 562-865-3764. So there's the number there. And again, if any of you are looking for the East Cape, there's a link there. You can just call the hotel, tell them you want to be part of our group, and do that. Let's see, what does Raspberry say, Dan? You should post a weekly fishing report in the Fishing in Southern California Facebook. There's so many different Facebook groups. And on a couple of them, I used to put updates on like what we were doing. And some of them considered it advertising. They didn't like me doing it, so I just stopped doing it. But we could do that. Okay, Greg, good night. Yeah, Tamara, you should have got an email from Monica, Monica at sport-fishing.com, and she'll help you out. Fred, are there anchovies at the receivers right now? When I was out there recently, there was sardines only at Nachos, and San Pedro had both anchovies and sardines. But the Barracuda really like like that. And the trip tomorrow is a meet and greet trip. It's not a filming trip. The trip that we have next week is not a meet and greet trip. It is a filming trip. So it's on the next Wednesday, the 14th. And some of you were asking for that specific link. Like I said, there's only 2 spots left. So I would think it's going to sell out tonight. So here's a link for that specific trip. All right. No, I'm not at Lake Lake tomorrow. I'm probably, I don't know if we're going to go to Catalina tomorrow, or if we're going to go to stay in the Barracuda area. So I don't know. There's so many Barracuda locally. I wouldn't be surprised if they say we're not going to go to the island, because the island, there's plenty of fish, but there aren't that many illegals. So I would suggest, I think we might stay local. I don't know. All right, guys, I got to get ready for tomorrow. I still got to charge batteries and stuff. And I got to get ready to go. All right, so let's do the drawing. Get all the tickets in here. Let me put the last 5 or 6 tickets in here. All right, here we go. And tonight's winner is Jalos? So here's the winner. Yeah, you guys, well, we have 77 likes. That's cool. Thank you. So winner, JALONUS. So go ahead and email me your shipping information, and that way we will get it to you. And my email address is dan@sport-fishing.com. There's my email address. Hey, Henry, there you are. Hello. And there's a link for the Gale Force trip again. And just in case anybody's interested in that Mexico trip, and I'll let you guys know what I decided to do for the Costa Rica trip. I don't know if this November is too soon to do it. Maybe we have to wait till next year. We'll see. All right, guys, thank you. Those of you that are fishing with me on Saturday, please be there about 15 minutes before 8, 7:45. See you, Tamara. See you, Terry, Jeff, Lloyd, Fred, all of you, Henry. Thank you guys all very much. And I'll give you a big report on Tuesday, because I am fishing the next 4 days straight. 4 days straight. Oh, I'll see you on Thursday. So tomorrow's Wednesday. Wednesday and Thursday I'll be fishing. So Thursday I'll give you guys an update. All right, talk to you guys later. Thank you very much. Drama, see you at Lake. And bye, everybody. Good night, everybody.